Hello guys, I'm here today to do a review of a Raspberry Pi which I received on Friday to do a review of. And here it is. So let's get into this review and I'll tell you what I think of it, and I'll tell you what operating system I use, etc, etc. Okay guys, let's have a look at this. Okay guys, so this is the Raspberry Pi, and as you can see, the first thing that we will come to is an audio jack. So I don't think you can see because it is very glossy finish, the one that I have received, and many do not have cases, but my one came with a case. The second thing that you will come to is a TV out, and this is for an AV TV if you don't have a HDMI, but I do fortunately have a HDMI TV. Now the next thing that you'll come to is where the power goes in, and this is just a micro USB standard. So if you have something like an Nexus 7, which I do, you might be able to use it, but there might be a problem with the wattage. And as you can see here, the HDMI output, and this is perfect. It works perfect. And then next thing that you'll come to is the Ethernet slot, but I have bought an external Wi-Fi card, so that's pretty cool. And then you've got two USB 2.0s and then the hardware is like so, but most have no case on it. So guys, let's get into this review of the actual operating system, and excuse me, but I might have to just record the screen. Okay guys, let's get into this. So hello guys, the first thing that we're going to be starting off with today is an SD card. I would recommend 4 gigabytes, and it will have the operating system on it if you buy it in a store, but if you don't and you have an external one, you just go to a Raspbian Pi, and they'll have a download section with I have Raspbian Wheezy. So the next thing is the actual Raspberry Pi. The next thing that you're going to need is a mouse. And the next thing that you're going to need, well, look, you only need the mouse if you're going to use the optical, the GUI, and I will. And then some old keyboard, which I got a land of because I don't have any old keyboards. And then this is entirely optional, but I have picked up a expansion slots for this is wireless card, external. Via USB. Once you have it all set up, it's pretty basic guys, anybody could figure it out. You're going to want to have your monitor and such, and then you want to plug this in to power it up, and it has powered up, and you'll be with your operating system that you have. Mine is Raspbian. You'll see down here all these things, and it just keeps on going. So when this gets to a point where it's asks for your username and password, the default is you'll see now because I'll show you. Okay, so it says Raspberry Pi login, and it is Pi, that's default. And then the password is, in fact, I actually double pressed the button, so Pi, and then the password is RASP Raspbian. So oh no, sorry, the password is Raspberry, so it's Pi and then RASPERRY, and that's the password. And once you get past this stage, oh, okay, sorry, I must have mistyped. Yeah, there we go, and as you can see, it's come up. And to show the GUI, I think it's Start X. Just Start X. And as you can see, it's loading a GUI, and this is handy for people who want to watch Netflix and stuff like that. So, as you can see, it's a fairly basic version of Linux. It looks like a Linux distribution, and it has many things. So let's try navigate this menu. So the first thing that we can see is Scratch. Now Scratch is it's a game. It's for making games the simple way, and it's an educational tool. So I guess any schools, this is what they want to appeal to. And as you can see, it's fairly slow indeed. Well, considering its piece of crap, it's not bad at all. So you have the educational, and then you have the Pi Store. But I'm gonna actually go into Wi-Fi config, and it seems to be picking up my mouse just fine actually. And this menu should come up. That looks cool. And WLAN 0. Let's try and navigate. Okay. Manage networks. And then let's scan. And as you can see, mine came up. Okay, let's add this. Okay. I want to add a password. WPA. Where is it? I need to find the one that lets me put in a password, which is probably the one that came with it. Okay. Ooh, did it wrong. Okay, so it's inside this, and as you can see, I've added it, and hopefully I'm connected to the internet. Current status: WLAN UPC connect, and I am connected indeed. So let's check out what YouTube is like in it. And the browser should actually be down here, and let's have a look. It seems that I am connected to this, but I'm just gonna leave it open for the meantime. As you can see, I don't think you can actually see that, it's very glossy. The internet browser, and it seems to be taking its time indeed, taking its time loading, which is understandable, seeing that this is, I don't know, it's actually almost like a 12K operating system, so you can't blame it. But it's just opened a million blank pages, so let's actually type into one. Duck go, that's what it says. But I've opened millions. That's how bloody well it is responsive at the same time as it not being. I guess it picked up the amount of times I clicked it, but not at speed, which is, I don't particularly, I would never use this, and I think most people can understand why. And it cannot be resolved, so I would never ever use this. So Midori, frequently asked questions. Oh, possibly actually I'm not connected to the internet. Well, anyway guys, you've seen it, so you've seen it now, so you don't really need to see much more, do you guys? this is what the GUI looks like. It's fairly basic and such things like that. Guys, all this is done though by that and an SD card, so that's pretty impressive. Guys, thank you for tuning in. So guys, as you just clearly saw, it's not the most powerful operating system or device in the world, and I would not invest in one unless you just want media player. But you're probably better off going in for a Nexus 7, one of these bad boys, because in a few months you can install Ubuntu onto it, or Android. So guys, I wouldn't buy one, so it's up to you guys, and hopefully I can make your decision a bit more promptly. You can make it quicker, I suppose, and just hopefully I gave you a good insight to what the actual device was like, what setup was like, how much space it took up, which is very minute, kind of specs of it, kind of the operating systems, and so following. And guys, thank you, and please do remember to like, because it really does help me, and yeah, it just really helps me. Thank you guys. Hi guys, I'd just like to add this bit in at the end. I just want to say something, that I have been partnered now by Awesome TV, and they're pretty cool, and I should be getting those features in within the next week. Also, I have got directorship on a channel which is done for it's used for promoting videos and getting more views and helping the community, and they're really good, and they're called the Midnight Hub, and I'll link them in the description because they are brilliant. They try to promote the sense of community, in the sense that people want to help people gain views and gain subs. So if you could go over and subscribe to them, that would be amazing. Guys, that was just a little bit at the end to just tell you thank you for support in the past couple of weeks, and good day.